Okay, hi, good morning everyone. This is Sec 2N, and we're going to look at the concept of factorization of quadratic expression. Now, previously we looked at factorization, right, where we extract out the common factor. So, for example, here in number 2, the first one, number 2. Now, how do we factorize this? We actually extract out the common factor by looking for the common things to take out. For example, in C, what are the common things between the term 6 pi y and negative pi y square? We can take out pi, we can take out y. Okay, then we are left with, inside the bracket, we are left with 6 and minus y, like that. Okay, now then once again, in order to check, you can always expand back pi y times 6 and pi y times negative y. So you should get 6 pi y or and negative pi y square. Okay, so this is what we mean by extracting the common factor, meaning to find the common thing to take out. Okay, another one to try would be this one in D. Okay, 10D, 4E, and 6. Okay, what is the common number to bring out? We can bring out the factor 2. So if you divide by 2, what will be inside the bracket? We will have 5D plus 2E plus 3. Okay, so then if you want to check again, 2 times 5D is 10D, 2 times 2E, 4E, 2 times 3 will be 6. Okay, so this is what we mean by extracting the common factor, factorization by taking out the common factor. Okay, now then if you want to look at this next one, okay, this one would be level up already. Okay, so what are we doing today is to look at the differences between what is on the left hand side and what is on the right hand side, and at the same time we are going to look at how do we factorize this thing. Because example, if you look at a itself, a squared plus 9a plus 8, are there any common factors to extract? Is there anything common number to divide all of them together? Okay, very simply, don't have. Correct? Don't have. So what we need to do is we need to have another method called our box or cross method. Okay, now in this particular video I'm going to focus on the box method. Okay, now in another video, if you are very curious, then only use the cross method, because the box method is the easier way to visualize this thing. The cross one not so easy. Okay, but regardless, both ways have their own pros and cons. As long as you know to do one, then that will be good enough. If you find one easier, stick to that one. Okay, now so, and then at the meantime, okay, let's look at some differences that we've mentioned in the class. Okay, so in the left hand side, all right, we can have 2, 3 or more terms. On the right hand side, we only have 3 terms. You see, only 3 terms in each expression. Now for number 2, we have common factors. So meaning on the left hand side, there are common numbers that we can bring out. But for the second one, there are no common factor. There's nothing common to bring out. We cannot divide everything by the same number or the same variable. Okay, so we cannot do the first method. Okay, then number 3, they may have more than one variable, may have x, may have y, x, y, a and b and so on. But for this one, we only have one variable, a square, a and 8. Now then for c, it will be c square, 9c and 20 and so on. Now then fourth difference is on the left hand one may have square. So number 1 no square, number 2 have square. But for this right hand column over here must have square. Okay, so every expression that has a square or have the highest power of 2, okay, meaning if the expression, right, have the highest power of 2, okay, we call this thing quadratic. Okay, so what are we doing now is we are going to factorize quadratic expression, meaning we are going to factorize things that have a highest power of 2. Okay, and for this particular one, there is no common factor, so that's why I'm going to introduce you a new method on how to do this. Okay, now in general, I'm going to write out the steps first. Okay, in general, I'm going to write out the steps. All this we've done in class already. Okay, so alright, so in general, let me write out the steps. Number 1, okay, let me take the x square term and the constant term. Okay, put the two things into the box. Okay, put your x squared term and the constant term in the box. Number 2, second step, you need to guess and check. Now find the factors of the constant. Okay, so step number 2, find the factors of the constant in pairs. Okay, then number 3, guess and check. So we need to guess and check. So not guess and check, it's actually more like trial and error. Okay, trial and error to check the x term. Okay, alright, then to check and see that it fits. Okay, so let's look at question 1. Okay, we factorize the following expression. So the first step is to always put the x squared and 1 into the position first. Put these two first. Second step is to find the factors of 1. So what are the factors of 1? Okay, the factors of 1, let me shift this. Okay, let me shift this closer. Okay, what are the factors of 1? They are 1 times 1, that's all. Okay, then number 3 is we need to arrange the factors. Okay, so put the factors and guess the factors. Alright, so the 1 times 1, I'm going to put it here, 1 times 1. Okay, because when 1 times 1, they will multiply to this box, right? So meaning 1 times 1 will give you 1. Now, then for the x squared, I'm going to separate them to x times x. Okay, so then we check. X times 1 will give me x. X times 1 will also give me x. Alright, so how many x do we have? We have 2x. Does it match the 2x? Yes, so it is checked. Okay, so here we check the x term. Okay, and see whether is it 2x. So for this one, we just check for 2x. Alright, so the final answer would be, we are writing it as a breadth times length. So what is going on here is we are writing as a breadth times length. So breadth is x plus 1, length is x plus 1. So since we are multiplying the same thing, we actually get x plus 1 square. Alright, so this one is a very procedural, very methodical, like mechanical, like you keep repeating and repeating and repeating. So the thing that you need to do is after this, you need to keep repeating and practice and practice and practice. Okay, alright. So let's move on to the next question. Now, next question, same idea. Same idea. So first one, I'm going to put the x squared term and the constant term. So meaning I need to put x squared and 2 first. Where do I put them? Diagonally opposite each other. So x squared I'm going to put here, plus 2 I'm going to put here. Okay, x squared up there, 2 down there. So diagonally opposite. Must be diagonally opposite. Next one, number 2, we need to look at the factors of 2 because we need to factorize, correct? So we need to look at the factors of the constant term. So factors of 2 is just 1 times 2, sorry. Okay, 1 times 2. Okay, so we put in the factors, that's step 3. We put in the factors and we check for the term 3x. Check this 3x and see. Now, so what are we going to do is x squared, I will split to x and x. The 2, I will split to the factors 1 times 2. Okay, so here we go. What is this area? 2 times x will give me 2x. Okay, and what about this area? X times 1 will give me x. Then we all check 2x plus x, right? Does it give me 3x? Right, it gives me 3x. So meaning if they add together is 3x, meaning this is correct. This is the correct combination. Okay, so my final answer will follow this. This is equals to x plus 1 as the breadth, x plus 2 as the length. Okay, now how do we check our answers at this point? Usually we check by expanding this thing, expand back the bracket. Okay, so what are we checking again? Now expand back, so x times x, x times 2, 1 times x, 1 times 2. So we've got x squared plus 2 plus 2x plus x plus 2. So 2x plus x will give me 3x. So just nice, everything is nice and perfect. Okay, so this is how we check our answers. Okay. Okay, alright, let's look at the next question. Okay, now 3 and 5. Okay, so this one you just do on your own, but I'm just going to write down the steps that you need to do. So number 1, you put down the x square and the 3. Okay, so x square on the upper left, 3 on the lower right. Okay, so must put diagonally opposite each other. Number 2, look for the factors of 3. So 3 is equals to what times what? 3 is equals to 1 times 3. So later when you split the 3 out, remember to split it nicely. Okay, so then step 3 is to put in the factors. So you split the x square and you split the 3's, and you need to check for which term? Okay, what you need to check for? Check for 4x. Okay, check for 4x and see whether this and this add together to give you 4x. Okay, so this one you can try yourself. Then number 4, same thing. You're going to put in x squared and 5, the constant term 5. Then number 2, you're going to find the factors of the constant term, which is factors of 5, which is 1 times 5. Then number 3, we're going to put in the factors. Okay, and we need to check for 6x. Okay, check for 6x. Okay, positive 6x. Okay, so like that. So far so good. Okay, so now with this you try on your own. Okay, the answers will be on Google Classroom for you to refer to. Okay, next let's look at number 5. Okay, let's look at number 5. Now we are going to put the x squared and the constant term together first. So we have to put x squared and 4. Okay, we need to put x squared and 4. Then number 2, second step is to find the factors of 4. So now you need to ask 4 is equals to what times what? What combination of numbers give you 4? So factors of 4 are actually 2 times 2. Another option is 1 times 4. Okay, then number 3, you're going to try and error. You're going to put, right, you need to put the factors in, try one by one, and you need to check for the term, check for this one 4x, and see whether the multiplication, right, when you add together, does it give you 4x? Okay, so now number 1, put x squared and 4. Done. Number 2, factors of 4. Now first the x, let me split the x first. So x squared will be x times x. Then the 4, I need to split to either 2 times 2 or 1 times 4. So let me try the first one. Let me try this one first. Right? Let me try 2 times 2. So 4 is equals to 2 times 2. Let me write it out on the sides. Then let's check the area. 2 times x will give me 2x. Then over here, 2 times x will also give me 2x. Okay, let's check the area. 2x plus 2x. Does it give me 4x in the middle? Yes, they give me 4x. So actually now I've checked for 4x, and this factor is the sequence that I'm looking for. Okay, so what am I going to write is the length times breadth. Okay, the length times breadth. Okay, so length times breadth, so this will be equals to x plus 2 squared, since they are the same thing. Okay, now I want you to compare 5, okay, with the next question. Okay, 5 with the next question. Now same thing, you can draw in a rectangle diagram. Okay, draw in a rectangle diagram over here. Okay, now same steps. So number 1, I'm going to put x squared and I'm going to put 4, because same question, x squared and 4. Okay, next I'm going to look at the factors of the number itself. Factors of 4. So 4 is equals to 2 times 2 and 1 times 4, like what we did last time. Okay, then for number 3, we're going to put in factors. Okay, put in the factors, and we're going to check for, which are we checking? We're going to check for 5x. Okay, so far so good. Right, so same thing, let's do step by step. Put the x squared and the 4 first, and I need to find the factors. So factors of x squared is just x times x. 4 is what times what? Now, just now we tried 2 times 2. Okay, so imagine now we pencil. Now I will encourage you to write this with pencil, okay? So with pencil, if you were to put 2 and 2 over here, 2 times 2, right? Correct? So if you were to put 2 times 2 here, let's check the product. Now 2 times x will give me 2x. X times 2 will give me 2x also. Now 2x plus 2x, does it give me 5x? No, it doesn't give me 5x. So meaning 2 times 2 is not our answer. Okay, 2 times 2 is not our answer. So what do we do instead is, let us now try 1 times 4. So if we put 1 times 4 here, now x times 4 give me 4x. 1 times x give me x. So this x will, okay, so this x plus 4x, does it give me 5x? Yes, they give me 5x. So the answer is this combination. The length is x plus 1, the width is x plus 4. Okay, so if you're not sure, you can expand it out and see that it's x squared plus 5x plus 4. So what am I looking for is actually these two things. Now, so now, even though you see both options, okay, both options 4, we make use of 4, but the one on top is make use of 2 times 2, the one at the bottom is make use of 1 times 4. So two different sets of factors will give you two different things. So now you need to check each and every one, guess and check the factors. If cannot, use pencil erase, check the next one. Okay, alright, so now I will leave you to do 7, 8, 9 and 10, where you have to consider two different factors, okay, on your own. Now after that, after you do this, right, you can just check with the answers on Google Classroom. Okay, check with the answers on Google Classroom. Okay, now with the final one, let's look at the final one. Okay, the final type of these questions. Okay, so now instead of the behind is the one to consider, now we need to look at the 2x squared. So let us do the same thing. It's the same steps actually. Okay, let me just put in the box, put in this thing. Okay, so first step, let me write down, I need to write in 2x squared and I need to write in the 1. Okay, so I need the 2x squared, I need the 1. Okay, so I put the x squared term down and the 1 there. Number 2, I'm going to find the factors. Okay, factors of 1. So factors of 1 is actually equals to 1 times 1, straightforward. Okay, then now because we have 2x squared, right? So 2x squared, now we can consider the factors of 2x squared. Okay, so how do you split the 2x squared? Okay, so 2x squared and 1. Okay, alright, then last but not least is to look for the, what is this? Okay, put in the factors. Okay, and now we check for 3x. Okay, alright, so let us try to split the factors of this one first. So now 1 is equals to 1 times 1, so very straightforward. But 2x, right, is equals to 2 times x times x. So how do I split this out? It's actually 2x over here and x over here. So 2x times x will give me 2x squared. Okay, so now we're just splitting the 2 to either one of the sides or one of the edges. Okay, so without further ado, let's try to find the ones inside. So 1 times 2x will give me 2x, and x times 1 will give me this one over here, x. Okay, and we check that x and 2x, does it equals to 3x? Yes, it does equals to 3x. Okay, so here we are going to write down the breadth, which is 2x plus 1, and now x plus 1. Okay, so this is the final answer. You can check again by expanding this thing. Okay, let's look at the next example, and now we need to try and play and see how does this work. Okay, alright, so let's look at this one. Okay, so number 1, okay, we need to draw this thing first. Draw the box again. Okay, now first one, I'm going to write my x squared term and the 2 first. Second step, same thing, find the factors of 2, and the factors of 2 is 1 times 2 or 2 times 1. Then number 3, I'm going to look at, second step, part 2, I'm going to look at factors of 2x squared. Same thing, 2 times x, alright? Then number 3, I'm going to put factors. Okay, put in the factors, I split the thing out, and now I need to check for 5x over here. Okay, check for this thing over here. Alright, so with the steps outlined already, let me do one by one. So put in the 2x squared and the 2. So 2x squared and a 2. Alright, put it like this. Next, we need to dissect, and we got the area, we need to put the breadth and the length, correct? So now, factors of 2, 1 times 2. So now you use the pencil, there's many ways to arrange. Okay, there's many ways to arrange. So let me arrange the 2x first. If I were to put 2x and x, okay, or maybe let me use this one to fix the 2x times x. Then we just need to swap the 2 around. Okay, so now we got 2x times x is 2x. Now 2 is equals to 1 times 2. Or it can be 2 times 1. Also can. Okay, also can. So now which is the better option? 1, 2 or 2, 1. So that one will depend. So let's try one by one. No choice, but we really have to try one by one. Okay, so let's try this. 2 and 1 over here. Okay, so 1 times 2x will give me 2x. Okay, and 2 times x will give me 2x. So 2x plus 2x, does it give me 5x? No, it doesn't give me 5x. So meaning, I need to erase this. And what do I do next is I can just have to swap these two sides. Okay, I need to swap these two sides. So my plus 1 is now here. My plus 2 is now here. Okay, plus 1 and plus 2 over here. Was that what we did just now? Oh no, sorry, the other way. Plus 2 is here, plus 1 is here. Okay, so let's check. 2 times 2x will have 4x, and x times 1, okay, x times 1 will give me x. So x plus 4x, does it give me 5x? Yes, now it gives me 5x. So now my breadth is 2x plus 1. Okay, my length would be x plus 2. Okay, 2x plus 1, x plus 2. Okay, alright, so now with this, you can expand back to check your final answer. So 2x squared, then you've got 4x plus x, which gives you 5x, and you've got 2. Okay, alright, so far so good. Okay, so now you need to try and error to put the position, and maybe you need to swap around. Okay, now let's do the next one again. Alright, same combination, but now there is almost the same thing, but now there is a 3 instead of 2. Okay, alright, so let us do this. Let me try to find this thing over here. Okay, alright, so same thing. First thing, I'm going to put 2x squared and the constant term 3 over here first. So put 2x squared and 3. Okay, I'm going to put this here first. Okay, so 2x squared and 3. Okay, next, I'm going to split to find the factors of 3. Okay, split to find the factors of 3. So factors of 3 is actually 1 times 3. And I need to split the 2x squared also. Okay, then last but not least, I need to put in the factors, and I need to check for 5x. Okay, so this is the steps that I need to follow. Okay, so first one, 2x squared and 3, I put it there already. Now the factors of 3, 1 times 3. So okay, let me fix 2x times x here first. Okay, now the 1 times 3 is the thing. So 3 is actually equals to 1. Okay, let me try. Okay, this one. Okay, 1 times 3 plus 1 and plus 3. Okay, so here 2x times 3 will give me 6x. X times 1 will give me 1x. So 6x plus x. These two things, alright? Does it give me my 5x over here? No, actually give me 7x, correct? So actually I cannot use 3, 1. Okay, so if I cannot use 3 and 1, okay, I have to swap their position. So using pencil is easier because it allows you to swap without cancelling so much. Okay, so this one would be plus 1 and plus 3. Okay, let's try and see. Now 2x times 1, this is 2x. Okay, x times 3 will give me 3x. So 2x plus 3x, does it give me 5x? Yes, it does. Okay, so this is the one that I'm looking for. This combination is the one that I'm looking for. Okay, so now my answer is my breadth and length. So my breadth is 2x plus 3. My length up there is x plus 1. So this is my final answer. Okay, can? Alright, final one. Okay, final one. Okay, before you try the rest. Okay, final one. Okay, it's going to be similar like previously. Okay, it's going to be very similar to the previous type. It's just that now 6, right? 6 you have to think a bit harder on how to arrange the 6. Okay, alright, so first thing first, let us put the 2x square and the 6 first. Okay, must put in first. So let's put in 2x square and the 6 first. Okay, next, we look at the factors of 6. So essentially we are asking 6 is equals to what times what? Okay, so 6 is equals to 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. Okay, 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. Okay, so for the sake of this one, I'm going to try 2 times 3 first. Okay, for the sake of this practice, I'm going to do 2 times 3 first, then I'm going to do 1 times 6. Okay, and then the factors of 2x squared is just 2 times x. Now in the future, you may need to think of, because maybe 6x squared. So 6x squared, you need to think 2 times 3, 1 times 6 also. Okay, you need to think of multiple combination. Okay, now next, number 3, we are going to put in the factors. Okay, and now we need to check for 7x. Check that the x's add to 7x. Okay, so now 2x squared, let me fix, is going to be 2x times x. Okay, now however the 6, because we need to play around with it. Okay, the 6, right, because we need to play around with it. So what we need to do is to, maybe we put 2 and 3 here first. Okay, let's try and see. So really have to try one by one. So 2 times 2, 4x. X times 3, 3x. So 3x plus 4x, is it 7x? Oh, actually yes. Okay, now if you were to do any other combination, you may not get 7x. So you keep trying and swap so that you will see the 7x. Okay, so let's say if I very sway, if I put 1 and 6 over here. Okay, so it will be 2 times 1 is 2, x times 6 is 6x, this one adds up to 8x, which is not what I want. Then what I need to do, right, is to swap. Okay, and check and see again. So here I have 12x and x. Does it add up to 7x? No. So if it's not 6, 1 or 1 times 6, meaning it is the other pair of factors, meaning I need to check just now the 2 and 3. Okay, so this is what I got just now. Okay, 4x. Okay, so now because these two things add up to 7x, so this is my correct answer over here, 2x times 3. Okay, so here is my length is my breadth is 2x plus 3, my length is x plus 2, like that. Okay, if you need to check, once again, expand back and see how it goes. Okay, alright, so I think this is a really a lot of things going on. Now what you need to do in this entire hour is to really figure out how to do each and every type of question, and to follow the steps and see whether do you need to swap here and there or not. Alright, now you may feel free to text one another, and I will upload the answers on Google Classroom for you to check the final answer. Okay, now for those interested in the cross method, you may go on to the second video to find the cross method. Okay, I will see you there on the cross method. Alright, so that's all for this video, and today 1 hour, the task really is for you to find out and really drill and do find out to the end of this video. Okay, alright, so that's all I have. Bye.